Welcome to the 14th Annual Ladue Education Foundation Community Breakfast. For the first time, our event is virtual, and we are more grateful than ever for your support during this challenging time. Thank you for joining us to learn more about the work of the LEF and how we support the Ladue School District's students, staff, and community. As you may know, the Ladue Education Foundation and Alumni Association, or LEF, is the nonprofit arm of the Ladue School District. From teacher grants to awards and enrichment opportunities, the LEF supports programs that expand opportunities for student success. Since its start 14 years ago, the LEF has funded more than $800,000 in grants and initiatives to benefit Ladue School students and staff. In addition, the LEF raised over $3 million toward the renovation of Ladue Horton Watkins High School and the establishment of the Catalyst STL, or CAPS, entrepreneurship program. We engage alumni in the community to invest in world-class learning. As our community faces the new educational challenges brought about by the pandemic, innovative solutions will be needed now more than ever. The LEF remains ready to take action to keep our students healthy and learning through world-class education and enrichment opportunities. Today, we're going to be giving you a look behind the scenes at some of the wonderful grants you've helped to fund. Our program will feature a student and future entrepreneur who pitched a product as part of the Catalyst STL program. You'll get a look at the culinary kitchen at Ladue Horton Watkins High School, which was made possible in part by the LEF Capital Campaign. We hope you'll come away inspired by the amazing students you are supporting, who truly represent the future of our community and of the world. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for your belief in public education, and thank you for your investment in the LEF.
My name's Emily, and I'm in kindergarten, and I go to Spain. What's your favorite memory of kindergarten?
My favorite memory of kindergarten is probably making my first friend with MK and staying friends with her throughout my whole school experience.
Effie, I'm in kindergarten at Conway School. What's your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject in school is child development, just because I really love learning how so many things can impact how people act when they're older.
Hello, I am the chairperson of the LEF Allocations Committee. Together with parent volunteers from each school and district representatives, we collaborate to expand and enrich the Ladue School District through the Teacher Grant Program. This year, expansion opportunities have included learning an inventory system to better run the Ram Shack, utilizing professional camera lenses to tell stories in the panorama and yearbook, experiencing history through hands-on World War I archive trunks, planning for a Black History tour bus around St. Louis, collaborating with a local artist to create a mural at the FGC, creating a district-wide teacher book club focusing on books and innovative and best teaching practices, and implementing a hands-on Black history in the K-4 curriculum. When you support the LEF, you support the grant program, expanding educational experiences for all teachers and students in the Ladue School District. Let's keep expanding.
Good morning, I'm Ashley Locke.
And I'm Brandon Murray.
We want to thank the LEF for our 2020 grant for the Black Studies Bus Tour.
Ashley and I teach Black Studies 1 and 2 at the high school. Black Studies is a course that's unique to St. Louis area curriculum. It's a co-taught class where we blend Black history and Black literature as a way of grappling with and accounting for the past and also searching for solutions to the present. Taking our lead from Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's The Danger of a Single Story, we aim to focus on stories using theory and experience to tell those stories of people who've too long been silenced.
Some museums and historical sites use a model of truth-telling to present the story of an event. They describe the truth as a concept with 4 aspects, including the forensic truth, so examining the actual site and artifacts from a site, first-hand experiences, or the personal truth, master narratives, or the social truth, and finally, a narrative that contributes to remedying a wrong or an injustice, and we call that the healing truth. These are all intertwined aspects of truth, and something that we ask the students to examine as they embarked on this assignment. These truths are applicable to any site in St. Louis, any site in America that has been shaped by the ripple effects of injustice and oppression. For example, you could consider the influence that the enslavement Jim Crow laws and the civil rights movement have had on our heritage and the cultural institutions over the years. And we use this model to explore the history of St. Louis with our students. For this particular project, students were assigned a historical site or a person to research and later expected to present their research on site. Some students created paintings, some made scrapbooks, others reproduced the entire site in a diorama for what ultimately became the virtual Black Studies bus tour. As the pandemic halted our field trip, we were hoping to reschedule in the spring, but we thank LEF for supporting this effort and helping our students understand that history happens right in their backyard.
In this video, we will highlight a few stops on our civil rights bus tour, along with some of the research that our students completed last spring. Our first stop on that tour will be Venable Park, formerly known as Burney Park.
We begin our tour at Venable Park. Many of you may be aware of the changes to the name of the park, but we asked our students to focus on what is created, not only what is destroyed. What we discovered was that Howard Venable is known for the revolutionary changes he made in the field of ophthalmology. After completing his residency at Homer G. Phillips Hospital in St. Louis, Missouri, he joined the faculty of Washington University in St. Louis in 1958 as the first African American to work on the staff. He had a desire to train young Black students interested in ophthalmology, and in St. Louis he was in charge of 3 ophthalmology departments: St. Mary's Infirmary, People's Hospital of St. Louis, and Homer G. Phillips Hospital. He became chairman of the Department of Ophthalmology at Homer G. Phillips Hospital in 1943. In over 36 years, he taught more than 100 ophthalmology students, 39 of which were African American students. He had high expectations for his residents before he would let them treat any patient. He made sure that all of his residents practiced on animals before they could treat anyone, because at the time they didn't use microscopes or other forms of magnification. Venable knew that many Black people suffered from eye diseases like glaucoma and cataracts, which occur at a greater rate in African Americans than in the white population. Working at Homer G. Phillips Hospital, he trained African American ophthalmologists to treat the diseases at one of the few Black-controlled hospitals in the nation. He left his position at the head of the Department of Ophthalmology in 1979. In 1956, Dr. Howard Venable and his wife Katie purchased land in the Spady Meadows subdivision to build a $55,000 3-bedroom family home. Construction stopped when the city of Creve Coeur in St. Louis County refused to issue final building permits. To ensure the African American family could not move in, the city voted to turn the property into a public park and the nearly completed home into a clubhouse. Agreeing that this was racial discrimination, the St. Louis Civil Liberties Committee supported the Venable family in court. Much like he did with his residents, Dr. Venable went beyond his own family's situation to help educate others on housing discrimination. At a St. Louis Civil Liberties event on January 6, 1957, Dr. Venable, along with Mrs. Billy Ames, Mr. Donald Lowe, and Mr. P.C. Robinson, addressed the topic through a panel discussion on integrated housing. In November 2019, following 2 years of research by local resident Jim Singer and Venable Park Coalition members, the Creve Coeur City Council unanimously voted to rename the park H. Philip Venable Memorial Park. Our tour continues at Christ Church Cathedral in downtown St. Louis. In 1964, Martin Luther King traveled to St. Louis, where he delivered a sermon at Christ Church Cathedral. He demanded modifications to everyday life for African Americans and the poor. It was here that he pushed for a Bill of Rights for Negroes, which would help in the decline of illegitimate arrests and accusations by authority in St. Louis. During his speech, he focused on nonviolent direct action and economic justice for St. Louis's Black community. The mission of Christ Church Cathedral continues as their community focuses on social justice issues and gun violence in the city of St. Louis. At this stop, students will have the opportunity to stand at the pulpit where King gave his speech to present their research. Calvary Cemetery will be another stop on our tour, where students will visit the graves of Dred and Harriet Scott. One can only imagine the risks to their family as they decided whether or not to sue their enslaver for freedom at the old courthouse. Under the law of 1846, the issue considered by the court system was not whether all humans have the right to freedom, but a question of property rights. In spite of this manifest justice, Dred and Harriet Scott and 300 other enslaved people found the courage to come to the old courthouse seeking freedom. Though the Scott family didn't find the freedom that they sought during the legal challenge, their courage and determination in filing this case helped bring about the Civil War and freedom from enslavement for all Americans. It is at their gravesite that students will present their research on the lives of Dred and Harriet Scott. Since applying for the Black Studies Bus Tour grant in 2019, our class numbers have doubled. We are thrilled to serve more students at Ladue Horton Watkins and hope that they will have the opportunity to experience this tour in the spring of 2021. At next year's breakfast, we hope to bring you live student presentations from these sites. Thank you for your support.
My name is Rajan, and I'm in Old Bottom Kindergarten. What has been your favorite grade and why?
My favorite grade was 9th grade because it was a huge jump from 8th to 9th grade, and I became a lot more independent that year, and we had a lot more freedom to do whatever we wanted in terms of classes.
What's the best thing you've learned in kindergarten?
Best thing I learned in kindergarten was probably just how to interact with people because there's a bunch of new people I didn't know, and it was nice meeting everyone. And the people I met are the people I had school with for the next 12 years.
You need to know that the delicious possibilities of the state-of-the-art culinary kitchen were made possible through the fundraising efforts of the Ladue Education Foundation and Alumni Association in support of the Ladue Horton Watkins High School renovation, which was completed in the fall of 2018 thanks to a community invested in public education.
My name is Annabella Seeger, and I am a senior at Ladue. I have the pleasure to provide a pastry for the LEF virtual breakfast this year. After considering a few options, I decided to make apple cider donuts. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to use the spectacular kitchen we have at the high school. The kitchen is one of my favorite places. I have made many memories and many recipes in it. I have been in the culinary classes at Ladue for the last few years. I am also the president of Catering Connections Club and have worked with the LEF many times in the past. I will definitely continue the culinary skills I have learned at Ladue in the future. I am planning on attending culinary school and will be applying to the Culinary Institute of America in New York. Overall, my experiences cooking at Ladue have greatly shaped who I am today.
What advice would you give to a kid like me just starting out in Ladue schools?
I would tell a kindergartner starting out in Ladue to have fun and don't be afraid of making mistakes because you'll make a lot of them and it's better to make them early than later.
My name is William and I go to Conway. What is your favorite thing to do outside of school?
My favorite thing to do outside of school is definitely go to a bunch of different parks around St. Louis with my friends, just walk around, enjoy the nature. There's a park close to my house, Stacy Park, that's really cute. Forest Park is a classic, and then Castlewood.
The Center for Advanced Professional Studies, or CAPS, Business Entrepreneurship Program is moving into its second year of operation. The pilot year was a success with 9 students completing the program. We're pleased that the program is gaining in popularity as 14 students are enrolled this academic year. CAP students are exposed to wonderful learning experiences through tours of real business places and hands-on learning with experienced business professionals. A highlight of the program was the opportunity to work on real business challenges and participate in pitch competitions. At the end of the school year, several of our students participated in a multi-school pitch competition, which one of our Ladue students won. Valentina Clarita, a senior, represented Ladue well with her innovative idea and stellar presentation.
Hi everyone, I'm Valentina Clarita and I was asked to put a short video sharing my experience with the Catalyst program. This was a class that met the entire length of my senior year at Ladue Horton Watkins High School. It was designed to inspire and encourage students who had an interest in business, marketing, and even entrepreneurship. At first, I viewed this program as just a class that I would probably be interested in, or just a class that would meet a credit requirement towards graduation. However, I found it so much more than that. The CAPS class was made up of students from 4 different local high schools: Clayton High School, University City, Brentwood, and my high school, Ladue. Not only did we learn basic concepts relating to business world, we were introduced to local businessmen and women from St. Louis. Each guest speaker brought a different business perspective based on their own unique professional and line of work. However, my favorite part of the CAPS class was the product and pitch assignment. We were given an assignment where we were placed in small groups and asked to create an idea or a product that would eventually be pitched to a panel of judges. It was kind of like Shark Tank experience. My partner and I came up with the idea for a product called the Waddle. The prototype design was a reusable Lycra sleeve flipped snugly over your water bottle. It held credit cards, money, car keys, and even your cell phone. This product was designed for any athletic activity to be as hands-free as possible. In this pitch process, we gave key pricing points, overall costs, material used, and even slogans. Ours was, if there's a bottle, there's a waddle. The Catalyst students competed against more than 20 local high schools and counting around the St. Louis region, students pitching their own creative ideas. I'm so happy that our waddle came in second place both times we pitched the product, with winning total of $1,500. I guess what I'm trying to say is that this program exceeded all of my expectations, ending up reinforcing my decision to pursue a career in marketing, starting with getting my degree at Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia, where I'm speaking to you guys right now. I hope I was able to shed a little light to the Catalyst program and my experience in that class. Thank you so much for hearing me out. Have an amazing day.
What advice would you give me to do good in school?
I would say to enjoy kindergarten while it lasts. You only get one chance, and there's a lot of fun things that go on. You get to make so many friends, so be nice to people, be open-minded, and savor nap time while you still get it.
The LEF has made so many opportunities possible for our students, especially the ability to open windows so that our students can see into the lives of those who are not like them, and also hold up mirrors so that they see themselves represented in the curriculum.
What did you like about Who's in My Family?
I think it was good, and I kind of liked it because I do this stuff kind of with my family. I meet my cousins and I go to the zoo.
Yeah, so this book, this family in the book did a lot of the same things your family does.
The first grant that I worked on with the LEF was called the I See Me grant, where it brought over $15,000 worth of books to help diversify our classroom libraries. These books went into our preschool all the way up through our high school, allowing students of color to see themselves as main characters in books.
So what was your favorite part about the book?
It was probably the illustration and all of this book. It matters to me the most of everything because it's the best book.
Why would you recommend this book to other people to read?
I recommend it because maybe they have a connection with it too.
I very much value the LEF's commitment to our district's diversity, equity, and inclusion goals. They are making sure that all of our students feel seen in our curriculum.
Hey, all you LEF supporters. I want to say thank you so much for giving the teachers in the district this book study last year. It was fantastic. We haven't finished it because COVID happened, but we did get to do the Zen teacher so that all the teachers could be more Zen. But now we're doing these two wonderful books, which is Culturize and Hacking School Discipline, and I'm so excited to do them. Thank you so much, guys.
Which teachers made the biggest difference in your life?
I think one of my favorite teachers had to be Miss Birdsong. She wasn't actually a teacher, she was like an administrator, she was a counselor, but she just always kind of been there for me ever since I was in middle school and ever since I kind of moved up towards high school through freshman year. Being one of the only, being a small portion of my grade being in the black population, it was really important to me to really get representation from teachers like Dr. Lyons and Dr. Powell and, you know, Miss Saylor and Miss Birdsong. So I definitely think through everything Miss Birdsong has been really important to me, and she's always just been there.
What's your favorite memory of kindergarten?
Thank you to my friend Will from Conway Elementary. I am Dr. Whipke, and I am the proud superintendent of Ladue Schools. What a great question. At age 49, it has been 44 years since I've been in my own personal kindergarten classroom. Surprisingly, I do remember a few things really well. I must say, though, that my favorite memory of kindergarten was story time. I still remember how much I enjoyed when my teacher, Miss Lyons, that's Lyons, would allow us to sit on the carpet and read to us. Storytime was an opportunity to go to places I didn't even know existed, or to let my mind wander and wonder. I have a great passion for reading to this day, and I have Miss Lyons, along with all of my amazing teachers, to thank. Who knows? If it wasn't for storytime, I might not have chosen the education profession, which ultimately led me to Ladue Schools, where I'm inspired each and every day by our terrific teachers and staff. We are incredibly thankful for LEF's partnership, which helps secure school-branded face masks. Today, I'm delighted to be a part of the Ladue Education Foundation breakfast tradition. On behalf of the Ladue Schools Board of Education and Administration, I want to thank the Ladue Education Foundation for your continued partnership. We are incredibly grateful for all you do for our district. One of LEF's primary goals is to advance our district's excellence by expanding student success opportunities. We've seen evidence of your work and the projects you've supported, and the students who've benefited. As I've said many times before, Ladue Schools is the best district in Missouri and beyond, partly due to the support of the caring and generous people in the LEF. If you're associated with a vendor that has supported us or personally donated funds to support our district, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. As we welcome our students back, we are also keeping our eyes on their futures. For the last 2 years, our Board of Education and Administration have been investigating how we can turn all of our schools into future-ready schools. Today, our students have the advantage of a beautiful, state-of-the-art high school and a recently built early childhood center that is second to none, and a recently renovated 5th grade center. By updating and expanding the learning spaces of our 4 K-4 elementary schools and our middle school, we could, by the fall of 2023, have every student and every teacher in our district collaborating in spaces designed for today's best practices for teaching and learning. For the last few months, we have shared a great deal of information in every way we know how, including 11 virtual town hall meetings. And now, a market research company is polling our community by phone to determine the level of support we have. We will have the results by the end of November, and because this type of research has been highly predictive of our results in the past, these results will be primary factors in how and if we move forward. So if you're called, please give them a few moments of your time. You can also participate in the online survey and learn more about these projects on our Future Ready Schools website, which you'll find linked to our district's website. One thing that should come to no surprise, we have outstanding students and excellent teachers at Ladue Schools. We ended last year's school in a pandemic and began this school year in the same unprecedented manner. Yet I have witnessed many significant accomplishments, beginning with the class of 2020 commencement in August. For me, the memory of seeing 285 graduates receive their diplomas on top of our new grandstand while their families watched from their vehicles was something I'll never forget. As superintendent, it gave me a great sense of pride to see our students graduate in a stadium they helped dedicate just 1 year earlier. According to the U.S. World and News Report magazine, Ladue Horton Watkins High School is ranked the 3rd best high school in the state of Missouri. And recently, through Niche Report Card, we were ranked the top school district in the state. These are excellent examples of how our students succeed when we remain true to our district's theme of See, Serve, Connect. Seeing our students for the unique individuals they are and their future potential. Serving our students and their diverse academic and social and emotional needs through district channels and community resources. And connecting with our students, whether in person or virtual, to remind them they are essential and we are here for them. Thank you, LEF, and your generous donors for another great year of partnership and programs on our students' behalf. We appreciate your support of Ladue Schools and look forward to partnering with you in the future.
Thank you for spending time with us this morning. We encourage you to support Ladue students and staff by supporting the LEF. You can learn more about volunteer opportunities and ways to donate by visiting our website, laduefoundation.org. Sign up for our newsletter to stay informed, and please save the date for our annual Spring Gala Innovation Celebration on Friday, April 9th. Our virtual community breakfast would not be possible without a dedicated team of volunteers and supporters. We are so grateful to our sponsors and all who purchased tickets for this event. We'd like to thank our breakfast committee chairs, Emily Haas and Michelle Curran, Christine Schultz and Carolyn Yeager for breakfast website development, Michelle Steinberg for video production, Dr. Jim Whipke for his support and remarks this morning, and Ladue staff members Don Goebel and Marty Davidson and April Dalton. Our thanks to Andrea Bazant and Tracy Donovan and all the students and staff who shared their experiences in our grant segments, highlighting the work of the LEF, including Annabella Seeger, who made the delicious donuts included in our breakfast this morning. And thank you to our communications team led by Jocelyn Funducos and our dedicated and talented LEF board led by President Marissa Rosen. We look forward to collaborating with you to provide opportunities to every student of every age at every school in every field of study. The Ladue Schools community has shown great resilience over the years, and we have no doubt that we will get through this challenging time and that together we can help our children thrive. Thank you.